Hey everybody, this is Jack's Kills for Cash. Just want to thank everybody for the support of me going through a different video series. Fallout has really nothing to offer me anymore. I've grown incredibly bored with it. It's the same day in, day out grind. The same people crying over things that they agreed to. That's not to say this game is not without flaws. If you have an older system, it will murder your older system. This snow that's in the game is very heavy on the processor, and it will fry the old Xbox processors, and it'll fry the old PS4 processors. It's basically pushed me to getting a new PS4 until the PS5s are available. This series I'm calling Scavving for a Better Home. I'm not going to cover PvP in this. Rage Chronicles did a really good job on covering PvP, and I will link to that in the description. I'm going to give some little pointers that I have learned about building the house here. So I hope the pointers that I give you are going to help out. If they do help out, give me a thumbs up. If they don't help out, it's like everything else. Maybe your build is different, but I'm going to show you what made things go a little bit easier for me. I've been playing this for a month. This isn't my usual style game. First time I ever got into PvP was actually in Fallout 76. So, we're going to start this off with the gun collection. I grab up any different guns that I can get. Have them. Every available gun that I have on display here. I also have the available paint jobs on display here. I actually just scored this sniper rifle right here this morning. I saw a dude that had it in the loadout, and I decided that I wanted that gun. So I chased him down, and I got that gun. How did I get almost every gun in the game? Grind. I sometimes will do ultimate scavenger challenges where I will go out with nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. And that way when I die, it's not a big deal. I only have 3 more guns than I have a complete collection. The guns I like to go out with, the Gore 5 or the Gore 3 right there. It's a good throwaway gun. If I lose it, not a big deal. There are some fun guns. This little guy right here, stupid fast fire rate. The M2 carbine is pretty effective for lower level things. The problem is getting the ammo or getting the plans for the ammo. You can find carbines all over in the world. The SVD is a pretty good one-tapper. You get a good clean headshot. The SVU has been my favorite rifle so far. I only have 2 of them, so I don't bring it out that often. The H-bar is a great go-to. It hip fires well. It does pretty decent damage. It scopes up nicely. It's a good idiot gun for me. The RA1 and the R-Para, they are really hard for me to control with the style that I play. I haven't taken any of the heavy guns out. I've tried to do some of the pistol ones, the pistol challenges, and I've only been able to accomplish the pistol challenge once. And those are the 4 guns that I need, and I'll have a complete set. One thing you might be wondering is, why do you want one of every gun? You can just take them out. Well, here's one of the reasons right here. If you have the gun in your inventory, at least one, you can use it in a shooting range. So just keeping one on the wall, you'll always be able to use it in the shooting range. I don't have the KK yet, so I can't use that in the shooting range. You know, I don't have the ZA. I can't use that in the shooting range. I had a bunch of gold trophies, but I just started on a new PlayStation. This is actually the first video I'm making on a new PlayStation. And I lost all my save data when I did that. I transferred it over, but it was corrupted. But I'll be stacking those back up. The house so far. I have maxed out the externals of the house. And this is pretty much, if you're not there at that point yet, this is what it'll look like on the inside. These are how I made the soundtracks. I like to use in-game assets to make the soundtracks. When you get your house to a certain stage, well, one thing you get after a while is this beast right here. And this game here, kind of the bane of my existence. I really want to beat this game, and the object is to get 5 in a row while not letting the other get 5 in a row. And so it just becomes a little cat and mouse like game. I don't trust it. Where are you going? I haven't beat it yet. I did get almost the whole screen covered, and it ended up beating me in the long run. It's a challenging little game. But it'll get you. It'll find, like right there. There. If I X right here, it's gonna O down here. If I O here, it's gonna do the same. So I got no choice. You start the game with a Rubik's Cube here. I've never been that great at Rubik's Cubes. But there is a trophy for doing it. I used a Rubik's Cube solver that I found online. I'll try to remember to put that in the description. Before I figured it out when I was just playing the game, I used to come down here to the basement to use this, which is the home upgrade menu. I had figured out that there was a hotkey to get to it after a while. I'm old, I'm dumb, leave me alone. So when you're upgrading your house, I have found that donating food is a fast way to get loot boxes. So I would upgrade the house until I got to a point where I got the rat traps. Anything else that was a cheap upgrade, I would get on it just to be able to upgrade the house farther. Anytime you want to do something, like if you want to get the scrap bin, you have to do the utility room first. There's a little line right there that says that. If you want the wind turbine, you have to get the generator first. At least one to get it. I highly suggest everything from the rat traps down to try to keep upgrading those as much as possible. They won't cut into a lot of other stuff. It's mainly just wire, fertilizer, sometimes fuel, wire, fertilizer. It's just wire and fertilizer over and over again. And you can find wire everywhere. Fertilizer can find everywhere. These guys at a certain point start using metal parts. And I kind of stopped upgrading these because of metal parts. Because I'm trying to get this guy going. So when you donate the food, it's this little thing here. And what I've learned about this is each tier rank that you get, make sure you can get that in time. Because if you get 900 in here and your days end, you're not going to get the 1,000 crate. So if you got 500, put 500 in there. If you got another 500, put that other 500 in there. Don't put any more in until you have 1,000 food ready to donate. I can actually pull it off because my rat traps and everything else will have it me up to the $5 grand one by the 2 days. And I've been getting lots of crates from that. That's where I've been getting a lot of the plans. The antenna, it produces a few gold coins. Is it worth it? It's like an interest rate. It gives you a penny on the dollar. The materials are cool. I mainly just upgraded those just to push my thing along. I got a nice little outhouse going here. I got the food crops upgrading. I think I got the rat traps upgrading right now. I like spending as little money on a video game as possible. And a lot of these games go free and they'll have these battle passes like this. I kind of did the math and shoved it through. And going through the battle pass and doing the dailies, I got enough gold to make the purchase. And I upgraded with the gold that I earned. And the reason why I upgraded instead of waiting for next time was this. The plans for the armor plates. Armor plates have made me last way longer in fights. They're pretty essential if you want to get into major gunfights. If you're just going to sneak around in the bushes and not really attack anybody, armor plates they're not needed. But if you're going to go into a gunfight, you need these armor plates. Lone Wolf will get you that XP. If you go Lone Wolf with no weapons and you just scavenge around and you survive the entire time, you get a whole lot of bonuses. I'm now at 354 rounds. I'm at 72 kills. That's how much loot. That's how much airdrop. I have over a 50% chance of survival. And there's my average loot per encounter. I don't always go in to kill. I like to scavenge. I like to run around and be sneaky. Sometimes I will just go full in and try to murder everybody I can. Oftentimes I get a kill and then I get killed. We can't all be the best. And not even the best is the best. We all get killed. People can edit things however they want. I know some of the guys will only put their wins. I know other guys that also put their loses and their wins, and they just tend to win more. But again, this is mainly my second full-on like PvP battle game that I've gotten on, so I'm adapting all right. The trolls. When you're running around the worlds, you hear a little giggle. A little giggle is the trolls. They're stupid. They don't do anything for you. They're just collectors. They're all over the maps. These are the lighters that I've found so far. The lighters actually make a click sound. Like flipping open a Zippo sound. But if like you can lose that sound. Actually, there it was. You can lose that sound when you step on a twig. The other collectible I really like is the records. Some people are really annoyed with the records, but I always love new music. I've run venues and worked in venues and been going to underground venues most of my life. So anytime I hear new music, whether it's good or bad, I enjoy it. I may say it sucks and I hate it, but I still enjoy hearing the new music. I got all the ambiance ones, and I'll give you a little sample of each one in these orders, okay, guys? That about wraps up Cribs Vigor style. Thanks for sticking with me this far. I'm learning as I go. I hope that I'm helping you learn as you go. Not everybody's going to play this game the same way. I don't know everything. I don't know the best route. I just know what works for me in this game. Look in the links below. Right at the very top in the description is going to be the Rage Chronicles combat tutorial. This is just what I've learned in the camp, and I hope what I have learned helps you learn. My Fallout content is rolling to an end. I should be through all my footage that I have left by the end of February. I'll be doing Vigor, maybe some other games. So thank you for sticking with me this far. And just because I'm not going to be making Fallout content, I hope y'all don't run away on me.